What it is, y'all, it is your boy Noons. We're back at it again with another video. And today's video is going to be about the webtoons that I've been reading for the month of February. And this isn't really going to be a recommendation. It's just going to be talking about them, where I am currently in it, and what I'm enjoying about it. Because I'm probably going to be making a video on both of these series and comparing them to other series. The first one I'm going to be talking about is How to Fight. This one has given me a greater appreciation for just the archetype of an underdog. It's making me go back to other series such as like Naruto, for instance, and be like, well, when I compare it to this, is this really a good underdog? Obviously, Naruto has multitude of different like themes and things it does with the narrative. So obviously that's not the only trait of Naruto, but just looking at it in the aspect of Naruto itself being an underdog and the characters from Naruto being an underdog, it's giving me much deeper appreciation, as well as it's taken away how I have viewed of, I would say, just Naruto generally for their takes on underdogs, how like it's just written, which that is just also a thing that is like coming from me, more so focusing on the narrative rather than actually just enjoying it. Obviously, I'm still like enjoying it. I'm reading it for my enjoyment. Obviously, I'm going to drop it if I don't enjoy it. I dropped Unordinary because I stopped enjoying it because of what it was doing with the narrative. But as it is currently, I'm just more so looking back and reflecting on the series I have read and looking at different aspects on it, such as The Boxer. This is the second webtoon I've been really getting into as of late. And it's been, as I've been rereading Bleach to make my Sajin video, to make multitude of videos on the characters of Bleach and just like what Bleach does as just as a story as a whole, it has made me look deeper, just specifically what this is doing for characterization, because this is what it's basing its narrative off of. It's basing it off of three characters and they're three different archetypes, but what it's really doing is it's excelling and making them true archetypes and then changing as they like interact in the story. Like, not to like spoil anything, but just using the generic archetype of, oh, now I'm weak and I'm going to get stronger by training. Let's just say that's Kenichi's archetype from like Kenichi's the Earth's Mightiest Disciple, or I don't think that's the actual name, but that's the translation I read it for when I first read it. So that he himself can be a main character in his own right. Then we have the archetype of this character that's a mad dog. He's usually not really a main character. He's usually an antagonist. However, he is a character. He does have a backstory. He's like, okay, at one point I was like, why are they not doing that? Are they just weak? He started fighting and now he's like, yo, bro, yo, this is actually fun, dude. Like, he just likes being powerful. Like, this is usually something that would be a villain, but now he's a protagonist, like one of the protagonists. And then there's the actual, like, I would say mainly the protagonist, who is to say the least, he is unique because it takes a different take on the person that doesn't talk. Like, he's quiet, but he can fight, like those type of characters. But it takes it in an entirely different direction because it mixes in like just those that are dangerous. Like, you probably, if you're listening to this, like watching this video, I don't know why I'm acting like this is like a podcast or something. Just doing that as I'm recording, but you probably know that one character in a fighting, like a shown, for instance, that's like, yo, he doesn't really talk, but he's dangerous. And all of them just considered him as dangerous. Like, he's basically a spin off of that archetype. And like comparing these to other like main characters and like what they do, I would say it is like, it does excel as just like using these archetypes to tell a story. I do like, I both appreciate the characterization as well as what it's doing in its message and its themes that it's like portraying. So those two, well, actually, let me circle back to How to Fight. So the reason why I'm enjoying the series, so it's mainly because I genuinely love an underdog story, especially if it's one based off of martial arts. If you know me, I do really like Hajime no Ippo. I do like martial arts, like shonen and like manga, webtoon, all that type of stuff, because I do just generally am interested in the sport. I myself used to I used to dabble in it like in the past. So like I just do have an appreciation for it. And I do just enjoy seeing it. So I'm like, the fact that this is a true underdog, which this will lead to a video. Maybe I'll record it right after this. I'm going to be comparing Naruto, Deku, probably some other characters, and saying why they don't really fit as a true underdog. They can work, but they work in different like senses, and to some extent they're not underdogs. And then I'll just be comparing it to our main character right here, because let me just pitch this story to you. So you're just regular guy. These people, like just regular people, are basically YouTubers, and are like, all right, I just make content. This bully's like, okay, bro, you're going to be doing all these antics. I'm going to be doing all these antics towards you. And when the cameras turn off, I literally just beat your ass. Like, if you don't comply, I just bully you. And he's like, all right, bro, I'm tired of this, dude. I'm going to learn how to fight. He looks up, like, just YouTube, like, yo, how to fight. And he starts training. Like, that's something he just starts doing. He starts training. He's like, okay, I'm about to start. I'm about to actually get good. Obviously, he has a pretty sad, like, he has to work, so he's struggling. Like, he's not making much money. His mom is in the hospital and he needs to pay her medical bill, so he has that. He's weak to start off. Like, he's just a scrawny dude. Like, just a random person that's watching this, you could probably beat him at the start of the series, honestly. So he's just a regular person. Like, there's nothing different about him. He might just be below average, actually, just like physically, in a physical sense, if he's actually gonna partake in a fight. But now he's just like looking up these videos and just like actually committing and training to them. So he's just a regular person just doing this, and now he's beating these other people. I'm not going to I would comment further on this, but that would lead into spoilers. But do know it does subvert expectations, which I do think makes it hilarious. And I've just thoroughly been enjoying the series. So, all right, I've circled back to that. And I think this is pretty fair. Yeah, I'll say this is pretty fair. This is the first type of video like I've made in this fashion. So I'm just generally talking to you, just like what I'm reading. Like, I'm rereading Bleach as well to some extent. I'm just like reading things in relation to Sajin. So do look forward to that video. I might make a video on Yamamoto. Actually, I'm going to make a poll after this video drops. If you want how powerful Yamamoto is, how powerful Sajin is, or the story of Sajin, just me analyzing Sajin's character, which one you would want first? Because I basically have the Yamamoto video already recorded, so I'll probably just drop that, and like that could be like the prelude to Sajin, since the dynamic between Sajin and Komamura, and Yamamoto. So with that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. It has been your boy Noonsvert, and I'm out.
The key to love is also loving yourself. Now, and love is a very complicated thing. Look at love like a game. Everything is a game. Look at love like a game. In order for your partner to respect you, you have to respect yourself. But in the same context, you also have to compromise for them. So it's a very complicated idea. I was disappointed because obviously no one will be able to compromise for me fully, because I would give my all and put my all into things, and I would just never be compensated for the love I would give. So as far as compromise, for one, don't put your pride in the fucking relationship. The shit doesn't work. It makes the shit harder than it needs to be. It makes it complicated. It makes everything hard. Do not put your ego in a relationship. Do not be afraid to blow up your lover's phone. It's the ones that are annoying that love you. It's the ones that will sit there and blow you up for hours and check on you 24/7 and annoy the fuck out of you that care. It's okay to be annoying. Don't try and publicize, I'd say publicize your love in the same context, like show people you're happy. But when you start showing people what you got going on in your personal life, that's when people feel the need to get involved, or people get in the middle and fuck everything up. Keep your relationship to yourself.